on Global TV News Express. Senate sets up committee to oversee Rivers Administrator. In business, Federal Executive Council approves funds for major road projects, dam rehabilitation. On the foreign scene, Germany's Merz falls short of majority in vote for Chancellor. And in sports, Musa to lead Eagles in exhibition Unity Cup. Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Muyi Agumofwegbe, reminding our viewers that we are on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 247 broadcast. The National Assembly resumed from its long recess today with the House of Representatives and Benue State's government having disagreed on the reasons for the spate of killings in the state in the past few months. While the deputy spokesman of the House, Philip Agbese, blames Governor Hyacinth Alia for what he called his abandonment of the state's anti-open grazing law for the increase in the killings of innocent citizens in recent times. The governor fired back, accusing Agbese of knowing next to nothing about how laws are suspended in state legislature. Attacks in Ukum and local government areas of Benue State in the past 3 weeks have left no fewer than 56 persons dead, with Governor Alia last week appealing for federal government's intervention to stem the tide. And still dealing with the legislature, the Senate has constituted an 18-member committee tasked with overseeing the activities of the River State Sole Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, made this known during the resumption of plenary. Akpabio said the committee was created in a bid to strengthen transparency and accountability in the state's governance. The President of the Senate named Senate Leader Bayemi Bamidele chairman of the committee. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has launched a new service called National Identification Number (NIN) Authentication for secure and seamless identity verification and authentication. A statement from the Commission following the launch says President Bola Tinubu has directed the use of the NIN authentication for verification and authentication across ministries, departments, and agencies. This, he says, is in line with the Commission's mandate of regulating a reliable national digital identity for citizens and legal residents to affirm their identity. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted haziness and thunderstorms from 6th to 8th May across the country. The agency's weather outlook envisages slight dust haze over parts of Katsina and Kano states. The agency says the thunderstorms are anticipated over parts of Osun, Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, Edo, Abia, Imo, Bayelsa, Lagos, Delta, Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom states. Worried about insecurity situation in Zamfara State, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and the Director General of the Northwest Governors Forum are collaborating with the state government to work out a framework that will promote peace and stability in the northwestern region of Nigeria. Director General of the Northwest Governors Forum, Mariam Yahaya, and the representative of the United Nations Development Programme, Kaderi Ahmed, paid a courtesy visit to the governor of Zamfara State, Lawal Dauda, to further brainstorm on how to address the insecurity situation in the state. Kabir Hassan completes the story.
The Northwest Forum has been plagued with several development challenges such as banditry, out-of-school children roaming the street, youth unemployment, poverty, and battered economy, among others. The visit to Gusau, the Zamfara state capital, by the leadership of the UNDP and the Director General of the Northwest Governors Forum is part of the ongoing effort to implement resolutions reached at the last year's Regional Summit on Peace and Development. The Director General Northwest Governors Forum says the focus of the meeting is to establish a Northwest Peace and Development Forum that will serve as a unifying platform to address the challenges confronting the region.
Also remember that you said what you wanted is a framework that will facilitate the development of a long-lasting intra- and interstate government structure that will strengthen regional stability, promote economic prosperity and opportunity, and provide social protection for your citizens. This is a very laudable initiative. You also wanted this framework to serve as an entry point for federal and international actors, including from within the UN system, to support the insecurity and development issues facing the Northwest. Like our DG said, we are very pleased to say that we have started this important work, and Zamfara State is the 5th state that we visited in trying to do this. What we believe is that securing the Northwest, ushering peace, development and prosperity requires trust and partnerships among stakeholders.
Also speaking during the visit, UNDP team lead Kadria Ahmad highlighted the importance of regional cooperation in achieving long-term stability. She explained that the collaboration seeks to boost economic prosperity, social development, and security across the Northwest.
So far, so good, I must say. We're doing well with our team, and we have been able to get a lot of feedback from traditional rulers, community members, religious leaders, farmers, and different groups, women, market women, and all of that. And we would like, with your support, Your Excellency, to have a similar engagement with a few commissioners here present. Mostly, we might even have to take all of them, because what we have realized so far from all our engagements is that this framework is all-encompassing across all sectors. But primarily, we would like to have an engagement with the commissioners of budget and planning, human affairs, youth, home and internal security, and agriculture as well. So, based on all of this, I would like to hand over the more technical bit of this to Ms. Valeria Ahmed here with me today, and also thank you and your colleagues for coming together to drive regional development. This will enable us manage our resources better and drive sustainable development in the northwestern part of Nigeria. Thank you all.
In his response, Governor Dauda Lawal commended the initiative and expressed his administration's full support. He described Zamfara as the epicenter of insecurity in the region and emphasizes that solving the state's security problems will significantly ease the situation in the entire Northwest.
And I'm happy to say that we have this team that are up and about doing whatever is humanly possible to address these challenges we are facing. And I keep saying Zamfara is key to the success of whatever we do here. I made it very clear that all the crisis that is happening in Northwest, Zamfara State happens to be at the center. Now, if we're able to get it right in Zamfara, honestly, 75% of the challenges will be over.
The UNDP-led delegation has so far visited 5 states in the region in Zamfara. The meeting concluded with a renewed commitment from all parties to sustain the momentum and ensure that the proposed peace and development framework translates into tangible benefit for the people of the Northwest. Hassan Kabir reporting for Global TV.
Thank you so very much for your reporting, Kabir. The House of Representatives Committee on Works has expressed satisfaction with the quality and pace of work on Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. Chairman of the committee, Akin Alabi, stated this during the inspection of the ongoing construction. Alabi commended the contractor for the quality of job and Federal Ministry of Works for its effective supervision. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunja Lausa, will meet with vice chancellors and heads of tertiary institutions accused of misappropriating federal government student loan scheme funds disbursed through the scheme in Abuja. Top on the agenda for the meeting is said to be the training of bursars and information communication technology heads from these institutions to ensure the smooth running of the program. The ministry will also launch a compliance tracking webpage to foster transparency and accountability in loan disbursement.
Various stakeholders within the educational sector gathered in their numbers in Abuja to address the lingering challenges surrounding NELFund and its operational mechanism. Managing Director, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, Akintunde Sonia.
Meanwhile, the Managing Director, Nigeria Education Loan Fund, NELFund, Akintunde Soye, has expressed commitment to delivering a fully digitized, transparent, and student-centric financial aid system for Nigerian higher education. He made this known at a strategic workshop with heads of tertiary institutions on the NELFund system automation and loan application processes in Abuja. Our correspondent, Godwin Sunday, reports.
Various stakeholders within the educational sector gathered in their numbers in Abuja to address the lingering challenges surrounding NELFund and its operational mechanism. Managing Director, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, Akintunde Soye, stated that the loan is to make quality education accessible to all Nigerians, regardless of socio-economic background. He further stated that the workshop explores institution role in data verification, identity confirmation, academic tracking, and disbursement readiness, as well as feedback to ensure that the system is adaptable, secured, and efficient.
As we move from policy to implementation, we recognize that technology and institutional cooperation will determine our success. That is why this session is so crucial. Today's workshop will walk you through the NELFund system automation framework. Today's workshop will demonstrate the end-to-end loan application and application workflow.
Meanwhile, the Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Student Loans, Scholarship and Higher Education Financing, Honorable Ifeoluwa Ehindero, stated that the House of Representatives Committee on Student Loan has been working tirelessly to ensure that the legislative framework supports and facilitates these reforms on NELFund system automation and loan application processes are in tandem. He, however, noted that the legislative effort alone are not enough. Therefore, expertise, feedback, and active participation are needed to make sure that there is a system that works for everyone, from the students applying for loans to the institutions managing the funds.
One of the benefits of this is that it helps to aid the fast disbursement, the quick disbursement of funds, and it can also help the agency to track these funds, to monitor how they have been disbursed, and there won't be discrepancies in issues like institutions that would claim that they've not gotten the funds.
The workshop is aimed to activate a national transformation on how NELFund manage funds and support access to higher education in Nigeria. Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global Television News.
Oh, thank you, Godwin. The National Agenda for Tinubu 2027 has hosted a formal reception and strategic dinner as a gesture of appreciation to APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje and members of the party's National Working Committee, recognizing their pivotal roles and contributions. Our correspondent, Sharon Ajay, completes the story.
National Agenda for Tinubu 2027 is a strategic initiative launched by a support group with the primary objective of mobilizing support and promoting President Bola Tinubu's agenda in pursuit of a successful second-term re-election bid in 2027. APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje expressed gratitude for the initiative and commended President Tinubu for his progress so far. He urged more groups to rally behind the president, providing the necessary support for a successful second term in office.
That's why Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he deserves this protection. He deserves this support. He deserves all what other associations are doing for him, and he deserves the national support.
Dr. Aliyu Ibrahim, chairman of the National Agenda for Tinubu 2027, commended APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje for his exemplary leadership and tireless dedication to the party. Dr. Ibrahim further emphasized the importance of leveraging collective expertise and experience to ensure a successful second term for President Tinubu.
I want to use this opportunity to thank the national leadership of this great party, led by His Excellency Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, for his energy, resilience, and commitment to deepening and strengthening the party for the challenges ahead.
The APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje was honored with an award by the coordinator of the African SMEs, recognizing his outstanding contributions and leadership. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
Correspondent Sharon Ajay there reporting. Let's turn to other stories for you now. Governor Umaru Bago of Niger State has announced a revision of the curfew hours imposed on the movement of motorcycles and tricycles within the Minna metropolis. In a statement signed and released by Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ibrahim Bologi in Minna, the governor says the new curfew hours will be from 8 p.m. till 6 a.m. He stated that the adjustment is based on security updates received from State Security Committee. Bayelsa State Governor Doyo Diri has called on African leaders to make concerted efforts to build regional unity and integration among countries on the continent. Diri made the call during a courtesy visit by a delegation from the Central African Republic led by the Minister of State for Education, Aroten Simplice Zingas, at the Government House in Yenagoa. The governor, represented by his deputy, Lawrence Ehujakbo, stressed the need for African leaders to remove all existing barriers to the free movement of people, goods, and services in order to achieve sustainable development. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express with Uyi Agumofebe. When the rest of the news returns shortly, Musa to lead Eagles in exhibition Turk copy. Stay with us for details of these, plus foreign and business stories.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. The rest of the News Express broadcast now returns with business, where the Federal Executive Council has approved a sweeping portfolio of infrastructure and ecological projects across the country. It has also approved the scoping of key federal roads, new road constructions, and the rehabilitation of dams and irrigation schemes critical to national food security. Kekelomo Okere has details.
Briefing the State House correspondents at the end of the council meeting, presided over by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the council chamber presidential villa, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, gave a detailed account of the approval of a new road contract across 13 states. Umahi disclosed that the council approved the rescoping and variation of dualization projects covering the Akure Eta Ogbese, Iju Ekiti border to Ikere Ado Ekiti Road, spanning parts of Ondo State and Ekiti States.
We say that 15 kilometers is being rescoped for a contract sum of 19.407, and that is a rescoping stroke variation of dualization of Akure Eta, Oburu, Iju Ekiti border to Ikere Ado Ekiti Section 1. And that is in Ekiti State and spanning to Ondo State. That was approved. And then the second approval came from the rescoping and variation of the Sokoto that goes to Zamfara, goes to Katsina and Kaduna. It's a total of 375 kilometers dualized, and we inherited.
The Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Affairs Office, Dr. Emanso Mombong, also outlined government interventions in ecological and agricultural infrastructure.
This intervention will positively impact 30,000 farm families, 50,000 acres of arable agricultural land, and it will enable 3 annual farming cycles through irrigation, and this will also generate over 300,000 employment.
Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in 2 permanent secretaries in expanded Federal Executive Council meeting. The brief ceremony was conducted in one batch and anchored by Biodun Oladunjoyi, the Director of Media Office of the President. The President also sworn in the Chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission, Saviour Eyinkere, and 12 other commissioners. In a 2-segment council meeting, the Chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission, Eyinkere, and 12 others and members took their oath of office in a single batch before the President. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
A business correspondent, Kike Lomo Okeri, thank you. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edo, has applauded the Central Bank of Nigeria for its important role in restoring confidence in the external sector, underscoring the positive impacts of a more transparent exchange rate regime and rising foreign services. On the foreign scene, Gabon's new president, Brice Oligui Nguema, faces great challenge as he takes the reins of a country rich in oil but struggling with debts. The general was sworn in on 3rd May after winning 94.85% in the April 12 votes, in which international observers signaled no major irregularities. Germany's conservative leader has unexpectedly fallen short of the numbers needed to form a majority in parliament to become chancellor. Friedrich Merz needed 316 votes in the 630-seat Bundestag, but only secured 310 in a significant blow to the Christian Democrat leader 2.5 months after winning Germany's federal elections. Let's turn to sports now, where Kano Pillars forward Ahmed Musa is set to make a return to the national team as he is expected to lead the Super Eagles at the Unity Cup exhibition tournament, which will hold from May 26 to 31 in the United Kingdom. Musa is set to lead the Super Eagles at the Unity Cup 4-Nation tournament from May 26 to 31, 2025 at Brentford Stadium in London. Athletes from across the country will compete for a total of 2,150 medals in 549 events at the 22nd National Sports Festival, tagged Gateway Games Ogun 2024, scheduled to be held in Ogun State from May 16 to 30. The multi-sport events, regarded as Nigeria's version of the Olympics, is said to be one of the most expansive in the festival's history, with 626 gold, 626 silver, and 898 bronze medals up for grabs. Over 15,000 athletes are expected to compete in both individual and team sports. And now time to close Global Television News Prime with a look at a recap of our broadcast. The Senate has constituted an 18-member committee tasked with overseeing the activities of River State Sole Administrator, Vice Admiral Ibomite Ibas, retired. In business, the Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved a sweeping portfolio of infrastructure and ecological projects across the country. On the foreign scene, Gabon's new president, Brice Oligui Nguema, faces great challenge as he takes the reins of a country rich in oil but struggling with debts. And finally, in sports, we told you Kano Pillars forward Ahmed Musa is set to make a return to the national team as he is expected to lead the Super Eagles at the Unity Cup exhibition tournament, which will hold from May 26 to 31 in the United Kingdom. And that's all we have for you here on News Express. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TV NG, as well as other handles now showing on your screen. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile